Hello everyone and welcome back to another video of me, Craft, and today we're going back to Hearts of Iron 4, however with a little twist. We'll be playing the mod Equestria War, which answers the age-old question, ponies in World War II. Now, I don't know where I'm gonna go with this. I love this game. It is actually probably one of my favorite mods. I don't know if I will talk about that later, but there's a lot of content, and this is a very well polished game. Surprisingly, despite the things. I also do have to put a disclaimer. I am not a furry or a brony or whatever the other names are by that. I honestly don't know. It's just an amazing mod that happens to have ponies in it. And more stuff, actually, way more stuff than just ponies, actually. Uh, there's like griffins, there's like deer, there's like changelings, there's like more deer. It's a lot of deer, and a lot of ponies. So, I think you're gonna enjoy this. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll be going and playing Equestria War. Do noted that my microphone was kind of weird today. I don't know why it's so echoey, but I'm trying to fix that. So, let's get right into it. Welcome to the lands of Equestria War. Um, so this might look crazy, because it is crazy. But essentially, what we have here is ponies in World War II. This is gonna be very interesting to see how people react to this. My reputation might be ruined. My career might be over by the end of this video. No idea. Maybe this will be one video, maybe this will be multiple videos, because there's a lot of content in this mod. This is probably one of the best mods in Hoi4 right now. Unironically, I'm not gassing up. I'm not gassing it up. No cap on God, for real. This is actually one of the best mods. Today we're gonna be starting off a little simple, just to give us a little taste into Equestria War and what it has to offer. But we're gonna be going to the original nation that all started it, Equestria, led by led by Princess Celestia. Power, friendship, we shall win. Okay, so you might notice there's lots of lore here, tons of lore. Essentially, what we have to, I'm gonna pare it down for you, but essentially, we are in an age of stagnation. We are a civilian economy. We are a stagnation of harmony, which gives us these horrible benefits. Uh, Terrible consumer goods. We have no factory. No, we have some factories actually. I'm surprised. We have some factories, but nothing that will be very good. I'm not so surprised. I thought we had way less than we do. So we are in an era of stagnation. We have a bunch of problems, such as forgotten tribes being the chieftains down here, and we also are just a huge nation that is not exactly adapted to the world as it is right now. We also have some pony power. That's something that they changed is pony power. We have to get used to that. And right now, our main goals is to survive because there is a enemy afoot. You might even call him a little bit fascist. Can I say that? I don't know if I can say that. But these guys have some interesting ideologies of which we don't like. We are actually currently harmonic. We also have Stalingrad, which you can probably guess what that is. So there's also a ton of other nations around here, but we'll get to them when we will need to get to them. We got some polar bears up here, which actually look great, by the way. Some antlers right there, Nova Griffo. We also have a colony all the way in the other side, which is the Commonwealth of New Maryland, which have a slightly American flag. You might see some allegories or equivalences of World War II to the Pony Lands. And yeah, you would be right. You would be right. We have Vancouver, we have Francisco, we have Las Pegasus, and then our capital is Canterlot, which makes a lot of sense. I've actually never really watched the show, so I really don't know what the references will be or what they actually are. But if you do watch the show, if you have watched the show, I'm not, then you'll maybe be able to pick up on them. Let's take a look at our focus here. We got a pretty decent focus tree right now. Nothing crazy, nothing insane, but it's pretty alright. It's just pretty alright. Now, if we go into the tech tree, we got mostly the same thing. So there are a couple different things like muzzle loaders, prepared weapons, and we also have something called crystals, which is I don't need to really talk about because I won't be. Will I actually be going there? I probably won't be going into that, but that is something very important that will become apparent later on. We also have race-specific techs because we are ponies, so we have these tech trees which give us certain things, certain benefits, according to probably to our special forces. And generally, everything else is basically the same, for the most part. What are you? Super heavy tanks? That's insane. Helicopters do exist. And there's some trains. All right, let's just let's do the main basic, research, and then let's get into it. Just making a bunch of those. What are our generals? Prince Blueblood. Great. We have Sorin. We have Fast Clip. We have Whiplash. Wow. This is a great. Also, this guy exists, and we'll see his career and how that goes. Oh, the Emperor just died. Cool. Yeah. So these guys are going to be pretty important when we get to it. But yeah, we currently just have the Regency Council in the Griffonian Empire. But that is something that we don't have to worry about, at least not for a while. A long while. Let's see, what do we need to make right now is the question. Make a couple small airframes, but that's not really what we need. Are we making trucks? We need to make some trucks. Let's make some trucks. Anti-terrestrial sediments. While bat ponies have traditionally been equestrian citizens, they live apart. But many citizens want to remain this way. They think that bat ponies do not need to be integrated into society and brought out of isolation. Oh my god, this is just racism. The dotted line report. A disturbing report has landed on the desk of Prince blah blah blah. A disturbing report has landed on the desk of Princess Celestia. Commissioned by the small bureaucracy, it has painted a grim picture of what would happen were Equestria to find herself attacked by any enemies from beyond her borders. The first part of the report focused on Stalingrad. While they have not been particularly keen on jumping across the border, whatever the rhetoric coming out of the palace of Soviets say, were it to happen, the Royal Guard with its less than 10,000 soldiers in the area would find itself swept away by the Red Army, which the report reckons to get as far as Albion and Truxventia before moving to threaten Manhattan. Lastly, there's the biggest and grimmest part of the report. Changelings. Information is coarse rare about them, and as such the report makes it clear it's working off hearsay. But this is the most damning part of all. The report states that if a full changeling invasion were to occur, Equestria would surely fall within 2 years of such an invasion, unless radical and controversial methods were taken, including overhauling the whole state to mobilize all resources. In private, however, Princess Celestia knows something must be done. This is a wake-up call. Truly. Truly. Alright, let's start mobilizing then. That was quick. That's a little tough. There they go. The Trinity lands going to Kingdom of Alenia. It is only a matter of time before, well, things are gonna go bad. That's all I can say. But hey, we're still building up. I think we can defend. We can defend Equestria. Totally. For sure. And we actually can just, let's do that. Let's do early mobilization. Wait, I just realized that we have a negative 35 to the research rate, which explains why I'm not doing the best in terms of research. What? Con main? Huh. So we have a spy that has every single, I think, every single trait that an agent can grab. So he's literally the best of the best. Sure, why not? Alright, let's start fortifying, because I'm afraid they're gonna go in, like, in the next couple days. I don't know when they actually start, but it's gonna be soon. It'll be very soon. We need to get our air production going. We have our anti-air coming up online. But yeah, oh my god, that's so... What? How many troops do we have? Oh, it's bad. Bad, guys, it's bad, bro. It's bad. They have 20. Why do they have so many divisions on our front? It's almost like they're gonna attack us. They would never. The Changeling Empire would never attack us. No way. We still haven't even done this. I don't know when this is. Just when they demand a referendum, so it's gonna be a while. Maybe when we win? I hope. Oh, we can do this now. Okay, let's do this after the, we can finally do the Urgent War Committee. Yay! Because we need that. Man, do we need that. No, we got canceled. Those fuckers. Alright, that's fine. Wait, what the hell? Griffonian Republic. Oh, it's a Griffonian Republic. I forgot about these guys. Yeah, these guys are kind of like the antithesis of the Griffonian Empire, which will be very big very soon, as we will see eventually. Report. Yeah, we can support them. Why not? Sure. Let's see. Wartime Press Act. Besides that, Wartime Press Act. Freedom of press. Let's see. If we do that, then we get way more. But we do get daily. Oh my god, that's a lot. Yeah, but let's do that. Let's do that. We're gonna need to do that. I think the war support is really nice. God, we have 90% war support. Oh my god. We can get martial law. Uh-oh. Oh no! No! They're coming! Oh, we need 5k manpower. God. Okay, we actually can't even train that, but we're gonna get these guys out, and these guys are going to be our garrison here, because they will in fact probably try to invade us. Let's see, let's try. We gotta reduce it because we really don't have much. All right, guys, this is it. This is the war. We have my forts. Martial law. We are in a state of war. We're actually not in a state of war. Declared or not, I guess so. Peacetime laws, while preserving the liberties of ponies, are becoming a hindrance in those desperate times. Will due process be another victim of the changing world? If we do that, then we get pretty good stuff. We get militarized. Oh my god, is this stuff good? Hell yeah, I will be doing that. We will need that so much. Ah! While be playing aggressive, be at war. The Great War. The Changeling Kingdom has officially announced a state of war exists between Equestria and them from now on. Several bombing raids performed by the Changeling aviation onto the frontal units and towns. This is a turning point in history for us all. Equestria has not seen a major war in many centuries. The public is stunned by the events. Oh god, they've landed? God. Oh, I forgot to put out my navy! Shit! Patrol. Oh my god, you just gave me the longest. You just gave me the longest event I think I've ever seen. The small train in Ponyville rarely had many ponies standing on the platform, but today it was more crowded than ever. Almost 100 ponies had gathered there, half of them with heavy bags filled with food, tools, and other supplies. Those would be necessary, for they were heading on a long journey, from which they may not return. The colorful Friendship Express whistled, signaling it would soon depart. The mood was solemn and mournful. Ponies were embracing each other, bidding farewell and crying. They were going to war. Well, I guess it's time to say goodbye, Rainbow Dash said, breaking the silence. The train's about to go. Twilight sighed deeply. I said it before, and I'll say it again. I respect your bravery and your choice to face Chrysalis's army. But I'm worried. This is not like the other threats we face. This time a small band of heroes can't save Equestria, and I want you to remember that. Don't try to be heroes, stay safe, and don't take unnecessary risks. We all want you to return in one piece. Rainbow Dash rolled her eyes. Yes, Twilight. You said that a dozen times. Don't worry, we'll be fine. We'll buck the changelings from across the border and be back home before Harvest-Warming Eve. I'll make sure Rainbow doesn't get herself killed, Applejack said, and grinned. Don't you fear. And I don't even plan on fighting, Pinkie said cheerily. I will provide moral support. Cakes and parties will make even the most grim soldier happy. And maybe I can convince the changelings that war isn't as fun as partying. Twilight smiled. Alright. I trust you will be okay. We miss you. Train whistled again. We'll be waiting. Violet whispered, and a tear flowed down her cheek. They'll be back home soon. Jesus. God. Damn. Princess Celestia's speech. In this grave hour, perhaps the most faithful in our history, I send every householder my ponies, both at home and overseas. This message, spoken with the same depth and feeling for each one of you, as if I were to cross your threshold and speak to you myself. For the first time in history, we are at war. Over and over, we have tried to find a peaceful way out of differences between ourselves and those who are our enemies now. Strange. I switched accents midway through, but it has been in vain. With green whistles, we met with fire and fury like the world has ever seen. Since, of course, there's not been touched by war in centuries, drafting ponies into military was never necessary. However, with the growing threat on the horizon, some politicians have proposed to institute a draft to better prepare our country. Please. Vancouver's about to fall. Oh my god, stop sending me the longest. We're gonna lose the war if you keep doing this to me. Alright. Things are bad. They're not super duper. Oh, they're really bad. Oh, they're really bad. How many men have we lost? Oh my god, we lost 110 ponies. We've lost already 100 ponies. Yeesh. Alright, that's not the best. Okay, but we've managed to take... Okay, yes. Okay, good. They won't be landing anytime soon, luckily. Ow! Ow! Okay, we gotta split focus. We don't have tons of fighters. Okay, looks like we just engaged their navy as well. Tons of stuff is happening. Alright, what is this event? Sister, you've become colder. I'm worried about you. You're not who you used to be. Your gentle smile and optimism gone. I know how hard it is to rule, especially now, but some of the measures you enacted hurt our ponies and not protect them. Do not bother me. I am trying to save the world. Or my world. We might have to... I think we're gonna retreat. Okay, we're definitely just gonna retreat. I think... You try to reach there. We're gonna lose lots of troops, I think. But that's... for the greater good. Oh, gosh. Can't say we've exactly had the best scenario ever. We've had to lose a lot of troops. That's pretty nice. Retreat! Retreat! Oh, there goes that guy. I'm not saving him. Oh, our navies. Let me bring our navies over. Yep, that's fine. Okay, we've actually somehow managed to stabilize kind of the front. I'm a little hesitant to say really. But we've kind of stabilized it now. Let's see, what are the casualties like? Okay, the casualties are not the worst I've ever seen. Ain't gonna lie. Yes! Help us! Help! Gosh, okay, it's bad. Bro, it's so bad. But they've overextended, luckily. Alright, time to... Okay, we gotta plan some offensive now. The time is nigh! The time is to retake our lands! Our lands from the enemy. They've taken everything we've known. But we shall not let them take more. Negative 15 per day is insane. I'm gonna have no political power. I did not need to do that. I just thought it was funny. Brothers' bravery. Ma'am? Ma'am, reinforcements have arrived. A Pegasus mare told Applejack. Fantastic, just when we need them, Sergeant. Keep an eye on the enemy. I'll go meet the fresh blood. The soldier saluted her and she walked down the muddy trenches, navigating to a row of network. Near the underground barracks were a row of trucks, pony soldiers with clean uniforms jumping out of them. At the restaurant, officer saw Applejack and greeted her. Greetings, ma'am. We've come to patch up your ranks. Good sir, they're getting more and more sparse. The changeling night raids are hard as Tartarus to repel. The bat pony turned to his soldiers. Attention! Miss Applejack is here. They immediately went rigid, standing in a neat line. Applejack approached them and inspected them. Youngins, I see. Have the galleys some training, she mumbled. Big Mac, the hell are you doing here? She exclaimed. He remained carelessly silent for a moment. I came here to make sure you're okay, ma'am. Applejack rolled her eyes. So who's looking after the farm now? Sugar Bella, don't worry, ma'am. She snorted. Alright then, but don't expect me to treat you different just because you're my brother. No, ma'am. Later that evening, the changelings launched a probing raid against the trenches, which they thought were depleting defenders. Applejack quickly rallied the reinforcements, Big Macintosh among them, to prevent the breakthrough. There was brutal close quarters combat. She had to crack the exoskeletons of several changelings with her strong hind legs. The guy tried to help, which didn't please her much. Guard our rear, soldier. It's too dangerous here. Yep, dangerous for you. I'll be fine. Now go. It was an order. As she was shouting, Big Mac looked behind her and saw a changeling lie in the mud, raise her head, pistol glinting in the crimson light of the setting sun. What you looking at? Get going, Applejack barked. Big Mac pushed her to the side into the trench wall, and there was a loud bang. Collapsed onto the ground. Big Mac! Applejack screamed and saw the changeling with her smoking pistol. She allowed a roar, leaped on her as she was trying to fly away with her broken wings, again stopping her to death with her oops. When the Insectoid pony had stopped breathing, she rushed back to her brother, who was already being treated by a medic. Is he fine? She asked. Yep. Big Mac weakly responded. Sorry for saving your life. Applejack embraced him. No, it was me who should be saying sorry. And Miss Jess is bleeding, and I appreciate if you leave the hugging for later. You'll be fine. God, all our soldiers are so untrained, man. Unironically, like, we literally don't. All green. All green. That's hilarious. Yeah, but now we have more casualties. We have less casualties than Changeling Lands now, which is very nice. Oh, we got 3 tanks! We got 3 tanks! Kill it! Kill him! Oh my god. Come on! Yeah! We got him! We got him! How many infantry? Oh, they still have a ton of tanks. No, they're gonna have like 2 tanks left. Oh my god. This is gonna turn the tide of the war. I think the other things are probably over here, something like that. Kill it. Kill it. Let's fucking go. Oh my god, we have so many militia now. Hold and recoup our losses. But yeah, that is proven that we can actually take them on. We killed so many of them. It's a good sign. Good signs. We could try pushing up here and circling their entire army here. It might be something we might do. Just recover my, There's like one guy in here. There's one guy named, I don't even know what he's named. Is there an ace in here? There is. Probably Lowcats, and he's the last guy in there. So dumb. So, right now, wow, casualties are not too bad right now, actually. We got 1 million to 1.3 million, so we actually have turned the tide in terms of units, industry, actually, kind of, and casualties. We are going to start our offensive back and pull back the savages. After I take that, too. But we are going to push it back and hopefully win the war. And that is the hope. Speedrun! Speedrun it! Oh god, we don't have enough tanks. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Come on! There we go. We did it. We just encircled this entire... Ah, I love that. I love that when that happens. Alright, now we just gotta wait for them to starve. But, that was kind of peak. Ain't gonna lie, that's kind of peak. Supernova. Enemies on the horizon, relentlessly pushing towards a complete and utter destruction of Harmony and Equestria. I have been too complacent, too weak to protect my ponies, but now I see the errors of my ways. I'll stop at nothing until the enemies of Harmony are ashes and dust. I shall what I always become, destined to be. Oh. 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 Ah. Oh. 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 Okay. Sure. That's cool. Was not expecting that, but hey. Daybreaker Sense. Today marks a historic day in Equestrian history. Beset on all sides by real and perceived enemies to her country, Princess Celestia, now calling herself Daybreaker's Son, declared Equestria's solar empire and quickly and effectively reshuffled the government. The new empress has refocused her efforts on, quote, winning the war at any cost, keeping my ponies safe from outside harm from anyone, pony, changing, griffin, or any other being seeking to destroy humanity. Harmony. Yeah, you know what? Oh, and we get our own focus tree. Damn, it is kind of awful. Pretty shit, actually. This is actually. Oh, I was looking at the wrong place. Oh my god. What? The God Empress. Empress Mother. What an Empress Protector. Oh my god. Solar Cult. Imperial Inquisition. The mandatory temporal attendance. What the. Holy shit. You know what? That's the use of Last Stand. Great. I have a lot of decisions to make. You know what? Wait, did I just get cores over? Holy shit. Oh my god. That's pretty insane. That's pretty insane. Well, I think that's a good place to end it. We are going to go back and we are going to win the war because that is what we do. We are winners. Also, I just realized this is a whole mess. I'm not even going to touch. We are going to win the war, and that's what it means to win the war, is to win the war. So, I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully, we can actually take out the Changeling lands.